Straight out of the McDonald's cashier, Anthony Cousins is looking to enter the league. He is an 82 overall quarterback. He is 24 years old, which I have to change from, or he's 23. I have to change the 29 to a 23. I tried this with 29. It was not a good experience. But he's a 23-year-old rookie, and we are going to play out his whole career. He's normal dev, and instead of using the 49ers, we are going to just have him choose his own team because I tried the 49ers, and he sat for 5 years. Anyway, I can't change his age until he signs with a team, so let's just see who he comes in with. By the way, this is a player that we made last episode while using completely random attributes from different quarterbacks. Funny enough, he's not even the best free agent on the market. He's not even the second best. He's the third behind Micah Hyde and David Bakhtiari. He is by far the best quarterback, with the next one being a 64 overall. Anyway, let's just go ahead and send him in the regular season and see who picks him up. Right now I'm the Giants just because it's the Giants. They need a quarterback. If we go to free agents now, I'm assuming that Anthony Cousins is going to be gone. Cameron Jordan is a free agent now. So is Kareem Jackson, and oh my god, Odell. I'm so sorry. And I feel bad as the Giants seeing Odell just waste here. So is Anthony Cousins going to become a New York Giant? He is not. Well, where else could he have gone? So he goes to the Cleveland Browns. That is crazy. So here is the boy. I made him 23 years old. He is 6'3", 229 pounds, an 82 overall strong arm quarterback. And funny enough, his throw strength and a lot of his strong arm potential comes from Jameis Winston, who was, of course, one of the quarterbacks on this team. So here's the boy supporting number 10, which is actually kind of clean. He's got quite a team to work with. He's the 16th best quarterback in the league already, which is awesome. As you can tell, he's very much a deep quarterback. 91 throw power, 94 deep accuracy. He's a little bit dumb with a 72 awareness, even with that being boosted, but he can be mobile. As we can see here, he's got 84 speed, 95 excel, not strong at all, 66 strength, 59 carrying, 34 trucking. But he is a tough guy still. 94 injury, 93 stamina, 98 toughness. And overall, I think that he could be the Browns franchise quarterback. I think the Giants would have been a better team for him to work with just because of their defense and Malik Neighbors, but the Browns aren't horrible. Listen, Nick Chubb in this game is still great, and Jonathan Ford gives him a great duo. Jerry Jeudy and Elijah Moore is a little bit questionable. Jerry Jeudy could progress really well, as he is only 25 years old, 2 years older than our guy. But we're just going to have to see with that. Offensive line is so solid, but it's just kind of old. Like, it's a really old line. And then, of course, David Njoku, he's older, but he's so good. And, I mean, he's got a decent defense to work with. Obviously, working with Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, JOK is all great things. I love their safety, or not their safety, I love their secondary in general. Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, Martin Emerson, paired with Juwan Thornhill and Grant Delpit. And then they have pretty good linebackers, but this team is just going to need to progress a lot. And let's just see how year one goes, as we're going to hop into one game. Every other year, we're going to hop into a game for this. And we're only going to play the first offensive drive. Of course, uniforms will be randomized, and we actually will keep the stats this time just because it's one drive. The Browns coming off of some in this, the last season that the Browns had, they did make the playoffs. They just got first rounded, but I mean, this is our guy who's going to turn around this entire organization. Here we go. Dallas puts up a score. We've got this. I'm only using coach suggestions, by the way, just because I want realism here. Which also, even in this entire season, we're probably not going to have great production just due to the fact that we have Nick Chubb on our team. A healthy Nick Chubb. That was a horrible run. All right, 2nd and 10. Let's see what he can find. He's in some nice throwback jerseys. They started off. I juke him out. And I don't know if going back actually helped me. All right, 3rd and 6. They want to do a running back screen, but I don't think that's who they have. As I can't get it out in time. That's all my bad, and we have to punt. Listen, I'm not good at this game, right? So I'm hopefully going to have very bad interpretations, meaning that our guy is going to actually be good. Wow, and to begin this season, we don't just lose, we get blown out. That is not what you like to see, and I don't know. I mean, we could have had a maximum of 2 touchdowns in our debut. That's not even calculating that Nick Chubb is an X Factor 89 overall. So We're just gonna have to go see. Anthony Cousins, 76%, 150 yards, a touchdown, and a pick to begin his NFL career. That is not good at all. I'm very disappointed with this. All right, and with that, I mean, that's not how you want to start it. We lost 38-14. And our defense just put up an absolute horrible time. And let's just go ahead and see how the season ends. And you know what? It's better than I thought. 6-11. That's going to put us 10th in the conference and an obvious playoff sit-out. And it doesn't help that we are in the hardest division of the AFC, likely, considering the fact that 3 of the teams made the playoffs. For year 1, we had almost the worst offense in the league. And for defense, we had almost the worst as well. Oh, this is not what you like to see for your rookie debut. 3,100 yards, 19 touchdowns to 12 interceptions, 66% completion rate. And I'm almost shocked that they didn't sub him out for Deshaun Watson, Jameis, or even the youngin, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Running-wise, Nick Chubb had a nice year. 875 and 11 is pretty cool. 4.2 average is great. And hey, we're a little bit shifty. We got a touchdown in there, 431 yards. So, I mean, it was just a bad season. I'm trying to hype it up. I can't. Nick Chubb with 2 fumbles, by the way. Receiving, Jerry Jeudy was our favorite target, which I'm surprised it wasn't Njoku. 862 and 9, which is kind of nice. He could have progressed well. 752 and 2 for Elijah Moore. And then there's David Njoku, 624 and 4. That's not what you like to see. Blocking wise, Jedrick Wills gets up 15 sacks. That could have led the league. No, because Tyree Phillips exists, who is a dumpster fire. We were second, though. And all around, we weren't great, to be honest. Defensively, JOK, 105 tackles, 101 for Jordan Hicks. That's nice. 15 TFLs, Myles Garrett, 11 JOK, 11 Dalvin Tomlinson. That's what we look for. 10.5 sacks, Myles Garrett, still great. 7.5, Mike Hall. 3 picks, Denzel Ward. 3, Grant Delpit. That's actually kind of nice for us. 8 deflections, JOK. 8 for Jordan Hicks. 6 between a few guys. We got fumbles out of Grant Delpit, Devin Bush, Greg Newsome, and Rodney McLeod. Other than that, though, we had a block kick out of Rodney McLeod and Mohamed Diabate, and a safety out of Dalvin Tomlinson, and no touchdowns. Matt Prater was our kicker, who had 67% completion with a block kick of 57 long. This guy is not going to be our long term. We were 29th in the league in passing yards. That is horrible for us, being behind guys like Drew Lock, who I thought we were going to replace. It's also not helpful that Mahomes threw for 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and 7 picks. We were also 31st in touchdown passes. Okay. We were, however, 23rd in interceptions, which is honestly good with that. The lower down that you go, the better, which is really helped by the fact that we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people who had over 20. All right, so let's just see how the rest of the league played out and see if we can find anything funny, I guess. The Packers win the Super Bowl over the Steelers. Well, I was looking for something funny. 23-13. Edgerrin Cooper wins Super Bowl MVP, a rookie, so I'm assuming he wins league MVP. Yeah, he does. NFL MVP is Patrick Mahomes. Coach of the Year is Nick Sirianni. Offensive Player of the Year is Khalil Shakir. Defensive Player of the Year is Quinnen Williams. Interesting. So, without further ado, let's just see how our offseason is. Only $21 million, and I'm assuming that's because of Deshaun Watson, so we're going to be in cap hell for a little while. And we actually got nobody, only practice squad guys. That is so sad. Hey, we got back Nick Chubb, Jedrick Wills. We got an extension for us for 5 years, so until 2029. And then Elijah Moore is also coming back. That's nice. Goodbye, Matt Prater and Rodney McLeod. Actually, Rodney McLeod had a nice year, but at least I don't have to butcher his last name anymore. Hey, and we got a bunch of money off of Denzel Ward, but 18.4 mil off of Deshaun Watson. Something that is very unrealistic for us. Give me a wide receiver, please. Draft, recap. Come on, just give us some good pieces. Oh my God. A first 3-round sweep, a 75 overall right end at pick 9, 75 overall halfback in round 2, and then in round 3 a 76 overall corner. That is nice. Also a 71 overall receiver and a 74 overall right outside linebacker, along with a 70 overall receiver. Guys, we are actually so good. Oh my God. All right, so here's the lineup going to year 2, and honestly, we're looking better. Wyatt Teller decreases, so does Batonio. Wills gets a lot better, though. Njoku actually gets better. Nick Chubb, a holy fall off, 5 overall and 2 dev traits. But we have our guy right here who kind of looks like a salamander. Also, Elijah Moore definitely got better. Jerry Jeudy definitely got better, and we're up to an 85. Defense, we didn't get a single hidden dev in this entire draft, which is crazy. Myles Garrett switches sides. And overall, we're just looking a little bit worse. Juwan Thornhill gets worse. Grant Delpit's around the same. Hicks gets worse, but we do have a good rookie here. Also, sadly, Ridgeway is likely not going to see the field. I think that they should put him at free safety too, but obviously I can't control that. Otherwise, Newsome, Ward, and Emerson all look great, and this could be a nice year. This could be a sneaky good year. And instead of every other year, I'm just going to play one drive every year just because I think it signifies the moving on. Hey, and listen, this year we move up to the 15th ranked quarterback from the 16th, so that's progress. All right, so now I have to face the Chicago Bears in week 1, so let's just play that one thing. The start of year 2, and our targets look literally exactly the same. Nobody on this field right now was not here last time, except maybe an offensive lineman. As our offensive line does not hold up, I go out the wrong way, and that's 2nd and 18 already. 2nd and 18, I'm very scared of a blitz right here. I'm going to hit Y, because that's wide open, and Cedric Tillman is going to fight for the first. Chubb is looking bad here. Oh, my God. Is he going to feel worse? Yeah, he definitely feels way slower. Man, seeing Chubb fall off is just a sad sight. You know? I mean, he's been good for so long. He's done everything right. Hey, offensive lineman, buddy. Oh my God, I literally couldn't. I was moving my stick around. I couldn't get off him. I was suctioned into him. That could have been a 30-yard gain. Well, that forces us to 3rd and 12 due to whoever my right tackle is being a nincompoop. There's the blitz. I can't. Why does it not let me throw it? I literally was hitting the throw button. Okay, well, I was in fact telling my ball to throw, but I might just be the worst quarterback in the league. And hopefully, once again, this does not conduct how the rest of the season goes. Ooh, what a nice tackle. I gotta say, starting off both years with a loss is not fun, but what can we expect? It's the Cleveland Browns, man. As we go down 9 to 17, I don't like what I'm seeing downstairs. Yep, 7 for 15, 85 yards, and then 0-0 for tutty interception. That is a horrible game. Let's just hope that it doesn't go like that for the rest of the season. Let's get started. Hey, year 2, and we just get better, going 8 and 9, not last in the division. We were actually 1 spot away from a wild card game at the 8th seed, and that's what you like to see from a team like this. Hey, offense is still bad, but I guess our defenders really stepped up here, and yeah, we had a top 5 rushing, or a top 5 defense. I mean, this is a big time improvement. It's nothing too great, but it's 3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns to 14 picks, which is not great, but it's not horrible. Rushing wise, oh my God, it sucks to see Nick Chubb fall off a cliff like this. Almost 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. We put up another 412 and a touchdown, which I like these numbers that we're putting up. We're a little bit shifty. 3.7 yards per carry for Chubb, though, is very scary. Cedric Tillman, almost 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, 904 and 5 for Jerry Jeudy. And then the Devils number across the board for David Njoku. Blocking wise, that's what you like to see from a unit. 9 Jack Conklin, 7 from a few other guys, but Jedrick Wills got all the way down to 7 in 16 games, so you like to see that. 109 tackles, JOK, and then 90 for Hicks and Ward, which is really great. 17 TFLs, Myles Garrett, 16 Mike Hall, 13 Dalvin Tomlinson. I'm assuming that this man is the reason for that, considering that he's a young stud. 8.5 sacks, Myles Garrett, 6 Mike Hall, 2.5 Dalvin Tomlinson, 3 picks, Greg Newsome, 2 for Devon Ridgeway, the rookie, and 2 for Grant Delpit. I'm a little bit worried that he's having a lot of reps. I mean, it's great for us, but the fact that we have 3 elite corners, maybe somebody got hurt. 11 deflections, Hicks, 10 Ward. 2 forced fumbles from JOK. Yeah, I'm sad that he's not going to be playing in real life for much time longer, if any at all. And then 1 from Denzel Ward. Next up, a block kick out of Mohamed Diabate. He's 2 for 2 in this simulation. Then Mike Hall got a safety, with Grant Delpit getting himself a tutty. We got a rookie as our kicker, Tyson Carey. I mean, it's a better season of 55 long, 71%, 0 blocks. It's not great. We were 27th in passing yards, which you don't like to see. We were 19th in passing touchdowns, which is a major improvement, and 15th in interceptions. I mean, we're just improving all across the board, and I would do completion percentage, but it's kind of bugged because you can have guys on here who have 6 completions, 3-6, so I'm just not even going to do it. Hey, but overall, a big improvement, so let's just see how everybody else does this year. Ravens win the Super Bowl 28-14. Lamar Jackson, Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP is Josh Allen. Coach of the Year is Mike McDonald. Offensive Player of the Year is Brandon Ayuk. Defensive Player is Fred Warner. Wow, you got a double up on the 49ers there. By the way, I might have saw that Purdy had like 54 passing touchdowns, which is ridiculous. I'm assuming at least 23 of them went to Brandon Ayuk. This next season, however, is going to be horrible for us, considering that we're negative $30 million in cap. I don't think we're going to re-sign a lot of our great players, to be honest, sadly. But let's just see, because it's possible that we do some New Orleans Saints shenanigans and find our way there. And yup, 0 signings. Everybody on the practice squad. That is more than bad. Jake Bobo, goodbye. Bailey Zappi, goodbye. Sadly, these are 2 guys that are heavily memed. And that is all that we have for the entirety of the offseason. That is not good. But we just need a destructive draft class here. I need us to do what we did last time, but a little bit better. Maybe got some hidden devs in there, maybe a receiver. All right, let's see what we have here. Our front office is so good. Delvin Means, another cornerback. This time, it is a 76 overall. We are actually disgusting at drafting corners. Like, it's ridiculous. 74 tight end is also nice, and a 70 linebacker is going to be some good depth. So, honestly, a very good draft. The roster going into year 3, Anthony Cousins is looking great in 88. Oh boy, here we go. Our rookie is going to be filling in over Nick Chubb. They're going to be splitting carries, I assume, which is very bad. Jerry Jeudy and Elijah Moore are somehow both getting better, which is honestly kind of cool. Our O-line is, oh my god. First off, I don't understand how Madden's logic works. We have a left tackle, just move him to left guard. And then we have a backup here who should be playing center. What is going on? And I don't know what happened here, but somehow we lost. Did we trade him or something? What's going on? Anyway, our rookie tight end is going to have a lot of some big shoes to fill, as he's the only good tight end on our roster, and he might be a good target for us. Defense still looking pretty good here. Means, okay, we did get rid of Emerson and the other guy. So Ridgeway is going to be our corner 2, and Means is going to be our corner 3. Oh my god, we also lost a safety, and we lost a few middle linebackers. Oh my god, our team is so bad. We need Marion to be playing in the middle here. Overall, though, this season is going to be probably 5-12. And we have to play the Falcons defense to start it off. Year 3, and I'm just trying to score, I'm not gonna lie. All right, I want to see how the second year new running back is, as we run the ball a lot as the Cleveland Browns. So he looks, oh my god, he looks fast. That is nice. Nice change up from Nick Chubb. And this playbook just wants me to run the ball everywhere. That is not something that we like to see here. I will find something else. That is a wide open pass to Elijah Moore up the middle. I did not see those 2. All right, we're going to see if Brazil can get this. I mean, he's a quick guy, not really a tough guy, as I probably should have just tried to beat the edge. Not really, though. 3rd and 2, I'm going to do a boot. We have yet to do a boot with Cousins. He's shifty. Like, he reaches his top speed fast, which is nice. A great ball up to Jerry Jeudy. I thought I could get that, but hey, this is the best drive we've had yet. Let's see what we can find here. I kind of like Jerry Jeudy. Pocket collapses, and that is a fumble. Oh my god. They're going to house call it too. That is so annoying. The first drive that we actually have good, we got a strip sack, fumble recovery for a touchdown, and that is not what you like to see, and the Falcons go up 14-0. Oh my god, a last second onside kick recovery into touchdown is going to take us the lead. We were down 14-0 for the most part of the game, and then we go ahead, score a touchdown, get the onside, and score another touchdown, giving us the 1-point lead because for the first time we took the 2-point conversion, and that is an unbelievable way to play. This is what you like to see. Listen, 61% completion is horrible. 187 yards is okay. 2 touchdowns. I did not see the pick. So honestly, a really mid-game, but I mean, this is better than we've had before. We actually won 15-14. So let's see how the rest of this year goes. Hear me out. We could go 5-12, securing the 15 seed. I don't know why I gave myself hope. Offensively, we were almost dead last. I think as long as we stay on the Browns, we're not going to have a good career. Defense was top 5 once again. Cousins, oh my God, almost only 3,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, 16 picks, 61% completion. That is bad. Rushing-wise, Nick Chubb, 521 yards, 2 touchdowns, 481 and 5 for Quincy Brazil. We got a good almost 504, though, which is nice. Listen, that fumble was made, but still, I think it was kind of nice. Also, Nick Chubb had more fumbles than touchdowns this year. He's going to retire. Jerry Jeudy, almost 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. That's what we like to see. See, I said that connection would be nice between us. We need to go somewhere else together. Please, right off into the sunset with me. 700 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cedric Tillman, 625 and 0 for Elijah Moore. And here's the guy that I was looking for, Roger Bolden, almost around 550 yards, 7 touchdowns. I mean, you know. Oh, Jedrick Wills, another bad year, 12 sacks allowed, 7 Conklin. Overall, this line actually did a lot better than I thought they would, even with their very sketchy overalls. 103 tackles for JOK, 91 Morgan Marion, 89 Denzel Ward. That's actually kind of nice. Marion did step up, which is awesome. 23 TFLs Myles Garrett. This kid is unbelievable. Well, actually, he's in the league 9 years. He's not a kid. 19 for Mike Hall. Good God, that guy is also progressing well. 9.5 sacks, Myles Garrett. 7, Mike Hall. That's nice. 8 picks out of Denzel Ward. What a year. He might have led the league. 2 for JOK and Pat York, a middle linebacker who's only been... Okay, he could actually progress nicely. 10 deflections, JOK. 8, Grant Delpit. A fumble out of Grant Delpit. 2 block kicks out of Mike Hall. This kid is beautiful. I want him to marry me. And then nothing else. We had Chad Ryland this year for kicking, who was 77%, 57 long. Holy. We were 31st in the league in yards, once again. We were 27th in touchdowns, and we were 7th in interceptions. Wow, so we declined in yards, we declined in touchdowns, and we increased in interceptions. This is a career bad year for us. All right, let's just go see if anything better happened. All right, the Chiefs beat the Commanders in the Super Bowl, 22-12. Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes, NFL MVP. Commanders coach Scott Jackson was Coach of the Year. Chiefs Rashee Rice wins Offensive Player of the Year. And Lions Aiden Hutchinson wins Defensive Player of the Year. Overall, I'm just scared for our future. Well, we do actually have $77 million in cap. We better spend it, guys. All right, we got Bobby Brown. That's actually really nice. Miles Murphy is nice. And then that's it. Cedric Tillman's back, and sadly, Chad Ryland is. Goodbye, Nick Chubb. You will be missed very dearly. A statue is being built. Ted Karras, goodbye, buddy. I didn't even realize that you were on our roster. And overall, not a horrible free agency. I wish that we attacked our offense a little bit more, but hey, that defense is just nasty now. All right, we need receiver, offensive line, or running back. That's all we need, guys. Holy crap. 80 overall strong safety, Mike Spellman. That is awesome. 74 overall safety, Jason Allen. 72 overall center, Taysom Alonso. 0 wide receivers in sight. That is not good. Dude, we are so poverty. We don't have the offense at all. We keep drafting defense. Here's the roster. We are an 89 overall. We haven't progressed to star yet even, which isn't good. Overall, the offensive line still is going to struggle. I think we definitely lost Tevin Karras because we have some more gaps. Running back is still horrible. We don't even have a backup now, which means that Brazil is going to take every snap. Then we also, Jerry Jeudy's great. Elijah Moore is really solid. Tillman's good. And then I like Bolden a lot. We just don't have a backup. This defense is so disgusting. We have a 88 overall D-tackle superstar Mike Hall. I knew it would happen. Spellman is disgusting at safety. Grant Delpit needs to be free safety, guys. What are we doing here? Denzel Ward up to a 91 superstar. Means is an 80. Ridgeway is also an 80. That's actually a disgusting trio. Myles Garrett goes down a little bit, and our linebackers suck. So this is going to be an interesting year. And we have to play the Steelers' 88 overall defense in the first game. All right, we just need to put up a performance that isn't horrible. And we just need to put up 3,500 yards this year. That's not too bad. I just hope that we don't stay with the Browns after our contract is up. Hey, but we'll see. I like Bolton over the middle here. That is... What is Bolton again? I forgot. Is he our tight end? These jerseys are scary for the Steelers. Brazil, I need you to pick this up. There we go. There's the boy. Okay, they're calling the exact same, like, 3 plays for me over and over again. So I'm just trying to switch it up here, as that should be a good pass. Cedric Tillman catches it and breaks the tackle. There we go. Yeah, that's that accuracy, though. We could have missed that ball and had it be picked off. Definitely something that is their fault. TJ Watt is a very scary man, and Brazil is getting faster every year. Their line has 2 X Factors and a superstar. That is terrifying, but we can still run through it. 71, who are you blocking? Hey, don't let you guys forget who we're making the video about, though. We're making one about the legendary Browns quarterback who turned the franchise around. Jerry Jeudy is fast as ever. Only way we can get a play in here is if we just snap this ball. What are you doing? Cousins. Oh, my God. Oh, TJ Watt. Oh, Peyton Wilson actually out of a cannon. Just immediately block shed there. And that's the end of the first quarter. You know what? I will give this one to Brazil. I'm not going to lie. Wait, it's his time to shine here. As it's going to be a decent one. Obviously, I don't want to go out here, but I don't know if we're going to have much of a choice. Offensive line starts folding around me. 4th and 7. We're going to kick the field goal. Steelers offense is kind of nasty right now, so that scares me a little bit, but hey, we make the kick at least. After a comeback, the Steelers had a game-winning field goal to win 20-17. That is not something that you like to see now, is it? What a game. Oh, I don't hate the 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, but 225 yards. 70% completion is nice. And he got a touchdown on the ground along with 8 yards, so that's not bad. Overall, though, I feel this team is way better than they are last year somehow. So let's just go ahead and win a good 8 games. Or, hear me out, we can go 5-12 and be 14th in the league. Offense was dead last. Oh, wow. Our defense was almost top 10, though. Anthony Cousins, another regression. 3,100 yards, 22 touchdowns, 13 picks, 66% completion. Holy, this guy sucks. Quincy Brazil, 7 touchdowns, 791 yards, 3.3 average. That's a bad season from him. Hey, listen, I do like 3 touchdowns and almost 800 yards from Anthony Cousins, though. Elijah Moore steps up this year, funny enough, as... Oh, Jerry Jeudy missed 6 games. 728-8 is interesting. 720-7 for Jeudy with 6 games gone. It's nice, though. And Roger Bolton, 618-1. A better year than he had last time. Oh, my God. Jedrick Wills, 16 sacks allowed. 8 Tracy Pierre. 6 Peter Hall and Taylor Alonso. That is bad. 113 tackles, JOK. 99 Grant Delpit is nice. 16 TFLs, Myles Garrett. 12 Mike Hall. Also pretty great. 7.5 sacks, Mike Hall. 6.5 Myles Garrett. That duo is still disgusting. 5 picks out of Denzel Ward. He's gross. Going over here. Deflections, 8 Devon Ridgeway, which is nice. 7 Denzel Ward. A fumble out of Ridgeway and Spellman. So 2 of our young guys. No block kicks this year. A safety out of Myles Garrett. And no touchdowns. Chad Ryland, an even worse year. 54 long, 69%, 0 blocks. That's god-awful. We were 30th in the league in passing yards. We were 29th in passing touchdowns and 11th in passing interceptions. That is horrible. Overall, though, we just need a big change this offseason, and I wish that we could just get traded out as we have a whole 2 more years on our contract. Well, the Bengals beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. DJ Turner II wins Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP is Patrick Mahomes. Coach of the Year is Craig Taylor of the Texans. Offensive Player of the Year is Jalen Hurts. Defensive Player of the Year is the Commanders' Aiden Hutchinson this time. So I've kind of seen him change teams a lot of times to the Commanders, honestly, which is kind of weird. We only have 57 million, so I don't expect too much, but I think we can get at least an offensive threat, and maybe even some just draft capital and let some stuff go. Nobody was signed for us this offseason, which sucks. Zach Zinter is back, and so is Mike Hall, which is awesome. A 3-year deal is cool. Goodbye, Bradley Goldson. I don't know that you existed. Goodbye, Matt Hack. And overall, not a great offseason, but not what it's about what I was expecting. Hey, but we need a home run draft right now. All right, so what are we looking at this year? Oh my God, our drafting is crazy. Uh-oh. A rookie, 80 overall quarterback. Oh boy, yup, we are getting traded. Oh my God. a 72 overall left end, a 71 overall middle linebacker, and a 70 overall halfback. Honestly, Andy Coleman, you can take the reins, buddy. I don't want to be here. Please trade us. Please trade us. Please trade us. Oh my God, he's hidden depth too. We are up to a 90 overall with morale, which is good. Brazil's up to an 80, which is cool. And we have some backups now. Jerry Jeudy is up to an 87, which is great. Elijah Moore is still progressing somehow. So is Cedric Tillman. All of our offensive studs are gone. And now we're all normal dev. Overall, though, mean-wise, we're pretty good. Bolton is good, and we finally have a backup for him. Defensively, though, Myles Garrett takes another step back, but Mike Hall takes another step up, which is good. Otherwise, our defensive line is good. Once again, our corners are amazing. Denzel Ward goes back a little, but Means is better, so is Ridgeway. Del Pitt is up to an 81. Allen is up to 76, which is nice. He wasn't there last year, I don't think. Our linebackers are honestly getting better, though, with Bradley at a 72, 79 Montgomery, and then JOK at almost a 90. So I don't know what they're going to do about this quarterback situation, but I wouldn't think that they're going to keep both of us. And we did not play our first offensive drive of the year, but I'm just going to go ahead and hop in now. Oh my God, we're 0-11. All right, well, like always, Baltimore scores. And I just can't believe we're 0-11, dude. We must be having a career down here. I think that honestly what's going on is we know that, like, Cousins knows that he has a replacement. And he's like, all right, well, A, I can sabotage the team, and then I can also get out of this hellhole. Honestly, though, I'm going to be sad to not be able to see the evolution of Brazil, because he's honestly been a very good running back for this organization already. Ooh, if that safety's all the way over there, then Tillman could be open. He's not, but B should be Woodbury. There we go. Dude, our O-line sucks. There's never any green. It could literally, there could be a completely open, and that's an offensive holding. All right, well, he's got an offensive holding, which just ruined our drive. I don't know how we're going to get an offensive holding on this team. And, oh, Cousins breaks the tackle. Go slide. Holy, I didn't think you'd do that. Is it bad that I think that Elijah Moore could be a touchdown here? He probably could be, but instead I'm going to take Bolton and get the luckiest throw I've ever had. Just kidding, that was all skill. Somehow I did not go out of bounds there, but listen, I like what I'm seeing from Bolton here. Because, once again, Bolton, and there's the first touchdown of the video, finally. And that is our boy right there. Oh, my goodness. Once down 21-7, we get our first win of the season as we beat them 24-21. What a game. Come on now. Cousins, 220 yards, a touchdown, 73%. Here we go. This is what we like to see. Otherwise, he had 4 for 18 on the ground. This is nice. Offensively, oh my God, dead last once again, dude. I shouldn't even be shocked at this point. Defense was perfectly mid. 3,300 yards, 28 touchdowns, 14 picks, 65%. Not the stats that you want to put up at all. 450 on the ground to add to Quincy Brazil's 4 touchdowns and 725 yards. 900 yards and 5 touchdowns for Cedric Tillman. 871 and 11 for Elijah Moore. Jerry Jeudy missed 6 games again. Dude, that sucks. Bolton, 571 and 3. Oh, God. 15 sacks allowed. Jedrick Wills. 10, Tracy Pierce. We need help. 100 tackles, JOK. 81, Denzel Ward. 16 TFLs, Darren Spriggs. 14, Myles Garrett. 10, Mike Hall. That's always nice to see. 6 sacks, Myles Garrett. 4, Mike Hall. 2.5, Darren Spriggs. The time that we get to, the time that Myles Garrett retires is going to be a sad day for the franchise. 4 interceptions, Ward and Spellman, which is nice. 11 pass deflections, Ward. 5, Spellman. 5, Means. 2 forced fumbles out of Montgomery and Myles Garrett. Block kicked out of Doug Gilmore. Chad Ryland had 3 kicks blocked. Oh my God, dude. We were 31st in passing yards. 21st in passing touchdowns. 14th in interceptions. I mean, we need to get out of Cleveland immediately, and upcoming is going to be our final year. Our final year in Cleveland is coming up, which hopefully we leave. Listen, if I'm them, I'm not keeping me just because you have a rookie. And maybe this rookie learning under me could be good. After we go 3-14, by the way. Ravens beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl 20-31. Lamar Jackson, Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP is Patrick Mahomes. Coach of the Year is Mike McDonald. Offensive Player of the Year is Puka Nacua. Defensive Player of the Year is Commander Aiden Hutchinson. Hey, I mean, we have 53 mil. We can make something happen. No signings at all this offseason. And Chad Ryland's back. Goodbye, Zach Zinter. That is not good. And overall, a horrible offseason. We need a miracle draft. Once again, just give me O-line. I'm actually go with my targets. Oh my God, another corner. What is happening? Carrick Singleton, 80 overall corner. I swear we have the best of all time. 73 overall free safety, 74 tight end is really good for us. A 77 halfback. Oh my God, this could be the turning point. Holy, 70 overall receiver. This is good. Please let us put something together to convince me to stay here. Here's how we're looking going into the next year. Oh my God, this kid was an X factor with Freight Train. Get him starting. Oh my God, he's way better than me. Brazil is up. Callaway, our rookie, is second string, which could be interesting. Judy, oh my God, he's down to a star 84. This is where we started with him. And Elijah Moore is up to an 82. He is, funny enough, I think he's older, but he might take over. We also got a new 3 at Watford. That's an interesting name. Offensive line is kind of sucky. I'm not going to lie. We kind of went down a lot. I do love this tight end that we have backing up him. Oh my God, that man is an offensive lineman. He is going to be great with Bolton. Looking over at our defense now, Myles Garrett takes a step back. Overall, Spriggs is great, so he's going to keep being good. Our linebackers, JOK keeps moving around, but other than that, we're not horrible, I guess. Our corner room is disgusting. Singleton, a hidden dev. And then we also have a free safety up here at free safety, obviously 1. So this is just really nice. And look, they choose to be smart, and they actually put the rookie over the vet. Listen, 92 is honestly really good. 28 years old, though. We might be nearing the end of his career. 15th in the league still. Let's take a quick look at his stats. So, not good at all for passing, never eclipsing 3,500 yards. Our best season very well might have been this one, our second year. Otherwise, touchdowns. I mean, we just actually had a career high, which is interesting, but still nothing great. And then interceptions, we have yet to be under 10. That's not good at all. Also, we've been sacked more than a lot. Like, we've been sacked a lot. Rushing, though, we are actually really solid. You know, only 1 fumble in the career, and that was honestly a user mistake. And 450 yards on average per year is nice. Nice little few touchdowns a year. It's nice, you know? But can they keep him after this year? All right, let's hop into game 1, and it's against the Broncos, of course. And it's raining, too, meaning that we might get a little bit of droppies. Sadly, this also might be our worst year in teams of targets. We have nobody. We're going to start out with this contraption. Okay, that's not the right play. Okay, well, I hit the wrong audible. But let's see what we can do. Hit Y, please. Oosh! Elijah Moore out of the backfield. There we go. Also, I don't think we've actually, like, received the ball first once. I think we're always playing, like, from behind here. Also, great one to Bolton. There we go. Yeah, they weren't planning for this. Oh, I didn't see the safety for a second. I thought that they weren't playing on Jerry Jeudy. That could have been a massive play. I'm pulling out the run for 3rd and 2. I feel like my guy Brazil here could really use it. And I didn't know that there were 2 L's in his name until just now. Yeah, there's nothing there. And that's going to be a holding, too, on the right tackle, I believe. It doesn't matter, honestly. We're going to punt it. And sadly, Denver will pull us down in the last seconds of the game. Well, not really. I mean, they just beat us by 7 points, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, my God. 62 yards, a touchdown to pick. What in the world? Did we even rush it? No. What happened? Did we just, like, not get possession time? Dude, we have 5 minutes of possession time in the entire game. How does that work? Well, prepare for a 0-17 season. Yeah, I mean 6-11 once again, putting us last in the division once again, 13th in the conference. Offense was once again almost dead last. And then defensively, we were top 10. Oh, this is almost our worst year yet. 3,300 yards, 19 touchdowns, 12 picks, and a 68% completion. This is more than abysmal. Horrible touchdowns and horrible interceptions. Hey, Brazil starts picking it up, though. Almost 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. 4 touchdowns. We got another 405 and 1 in there, though. Elijah Moore with 854 yards and 9 touchdowns, followed by Reggie Watford with 822 and 1. I think he was our 70 overall in the last draft, and then 813 and 3 for Judy, who's really slowing down. Jedrick Wills is honestly down in his sacks a little bit. 11 for him, 11 Tyler Thomas, and then the rest of the line do really good. 93 tackles, Mike Spellman. 80 for Morgan Marion. Interesting. 21 TFLs for Mike Hall. 13 Myles Garrett. These two are switching up their order, but hey, I don't hate it because Mike Hall is disgusting. TFL-wise, or sack-wise, 8 for Myles Garrett, 4.5 Jamal Parker. Interesting. 3 picks out of Morgan Marion. He's looking great as our linebacker. 5 pass deflections for Morgan Marion, 3 between Spellman and JOK, who's getting kind of old. 2 forced fumbles out of JOK, though, so I guess he's not getting that old after all. A block kick out of Spriggs and Myles Garrett. No safeties, and a touchdown out of Denzel Ward. Chad Ryland, a career high as a Brown, as he has 89% and 57 long. Still not great, though. We were 29th in passing yards, very sadly, 31st in passing touchdowns, and 9th in passing interceptions. Overall, another really bad year. Hey, but we're off our contract, which we've been getting paid $57 million a year, which is actually unbelievable. So hopefully we get out of here. The Colts defeat the Giants in the Super Bowl 31-17. Anthony Richardson somehow wins Super Bowl MVP. That is super unrealistic. NFL MVP is Joe Burrow. Coach of the Year is the Chargers, Lewis Fox. Offensive Player of the Year is Puka Nacua. And Defensive Player of the Year is Aiden Hutchinson on the Commanders. He's back-to-back now. Back-to-back-to-back now. Back-to-back-to-back-to-back. Now, which is honestly so unbelievable. This Aiden Hutchinson is maybe the best defensive player of all time at this point. Maybe with our $110 million in cap, we could try and bring him in as long as we stay here. Okay, and we spent some of our money, I guess. And okay, we got some O-line help with Charles Cross. We got Donovan Curtis, and then that's pretty much it. Mike Spellman is going to come back, and so is Morgan Marion. That is nice for both of them. Goodbye, Nick Roman. And that is it for us. Okay. Thing is about both of the, or at least about Charles Cross, is he could be pretty old by this point. But, I mean, we could use a really good draft here, to be honest. And if we do, we actually could be a nice little team. Draft, recap, let's see how we did. Another great pick. Wide receiver. Finally, we bring in a guy to replace Jerry Jeudy and Elijah Moore. Franklin Bozeman, a 76 overall, a 76 halfback to Peter Woodson. They finally like us, along with a 72 overall right guard and a 70 overall D tackle. The first time that they attacked offense 3 times in a row in the draft. And it is a nice way. It feels good. Anthony Cousins. Oh my God, I just realized. He's gone. They finally got rid of the old guy, as I think his contract was up. And he goes to the Arizona Cardinals. Interesting, considering they already have a decent quarterback at his backup, but he's a 91 over the 81 and the 79. They have a little quarterback competition here that's not going to do anything. So let me catch a quick little flight over to Arizona. And of course, as soon as the Browns offense starts to look really good, we leave. And this roster looks a lot better than Cleveland's, who is about an 84 there and 87. Cody Mouch is a jump scare whenever I see him. So for the first time in his career, he's going to switch rosters. This is a stat quarterback room, and there we go. This is what we like to see. So we have an injured wide receiver here, interestingly enough, but we have, oh my God, Michael Wilson at an 85. We have an 83 wide receiver 3. We have a 93 superstar wide receiver 1. Benson progressed really well, and he has a great backup. Offensive line is really solid with a bunch of just good, solid guys. Great tight end with Trey McBride. No backup, that's fine. Defensively, okay. Honestly, it's not bad. A great cornerback trio, honestly, which is really nice. On the defensive line, it's honestly pretty solid. They have a little bit of a hidden dev here. And then they also have an 85, a 78, and some 79s. Linebacker core is pretty cool with a X Factor 90 overall. And then also our linebackers are outside are solid. And we have some great safeties. So this could be a breakout year for the boy, as he's going to target Marvin Harrison. He's 29 years old, and what number are we going to be sporting? Number 17 for Arizona. He's the 17th best quarterback in the league, and he is not done. Anyway, as we all know, we're going to play a quick little offensive drive, and I want to see how this team functions with the newbies. Let's take a look at our boy in the new threads. 17 is actually kind of clean as a quarterback number. Listen, as long as we just throw for over 4,000 yards one season, it's an improvement. And I forgot how freaky this playbook is. We're going to start off with a run to Benson, just because, you know, it's his debut. It's our guy's debut, I mean, so we don't want to exert him. Oh my God, that is one of the fastest D linemen I've ever seen. Okay, this is absolutely not the play that I meant to call, but we're still going to rock with it, just because. I see my tight end there. Yup, and once again, we just can't do anything. I feel like I'm right back in Cleveland. I can't breathe before throwing the ball. Are we going to have our own Jedrick Wills? I pray not. There we go. Trey McBride. Peace. Oh, I thought we could spin with him. He still gets a few extra yards. Is it weird that I kind of think that Marv is a streak touchdown? I probably honestly could have thrown that. That is a bad ball, isn't it? All right, 2nd and 10. I'm probably just going to hit the tight end here again. I was going to hit B, but instead I'm going to take the rushing lane. And I kind of look like, what's his name that was playing there for a while? Guys, am I kind of thinking about Josh Rosen? Did Josh Rosen wear 17? Now that I think about it. No, I'm thinking about Kurt Warner, I think. I look like somebody, and it's a white quarterback for Arizona, and that was a bad play. Marv, can you please get open here? I want to, like, farm content with you. Instead, we're going to get Trey McBride. Easy money. I love tight ends so much. Yo, Wilson here could be so beautifully money, and yup, I trust him completely. Michael Wilson in 2030. He gets the touchdown. And in all of our time with Cleveland, in our 5-year tenure with Cleveland, we didn't get we got 1 touchdown off of the first drive. And now we get one on our first drive with Arizona. Hey, listen, we get taken down by a 10-point lead, 17-27, but still, this was against Puka Nacua, the reigning offensive player of the year, X-Factor quarterback, and one of the best defensive players in the year. So I can't really be mad, especially not with this performance. 239 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. Listen, 55% completion isn't great, but still, especially because we led the team in rushing yards, 7 for 41. A little bit worried about that rushing game there from Trey Benson, but hey, I believe that with this receiving core, we can win games. Can we make the playoffs for the first time in his career? And we certainly do. 9-8 is actually incredible, and we finally make the playoffs for the first time. For wild cards, I just skipped through because we're better than that. And we actually beat them 36-22. And my boy won NFC Offensive Player of the Week. 23 for 29, 243 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and 25 rushing yards. I love my guys. And we can definitely make it through the divisional, right? No, we do not. We go home 20-10 against the New York Giants, but that is an incredible season for us. Holy crap. 4,200 yards, 33 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 66% completion. This is the best season that we've ever had in our career, and that's just our first year in Arizona. Benson, 820 yards and 8 touchdowns, 3.7 average. Can't hate it. 431 and 4 for Anthony Cousins. That is beautiful. 1,000 yards, Michael Wilson, and 10 touchdowns, 13 touchdowns for Chester Bradshaw, along with 930 yards. Marvin Harrison, a little bit of a bad season, 813 yards and 3 touchdowns, but this is a disgusting trio. And this is how an offensive line is supposed to look. 7 sacks, Eddie Cutler, 6 Hughes and Hicks, and that's just what you want to see. 121 tackles for Calvin Pearson, 77 Melton and Haskins, 18 TFLs, JP Keys, 12 Lucas Van Ness, 10 Jake Madison, 9 Zaven Collins. That is disgusting. 11 sacks, JP Keys, 8 Lucas Van Ness, and 7 Jake Madison. 2 picks out of Pearson and Snead, which is cool, I guess. 7 deflections out of Toon, 6 out of Caleb Haskins. He's had a good year. Fumble out of Lucas Van Ness is always nice to see. A block kick out of JP Keys, who is just disgusting. And that's it for defense. Oh my God, we have a competent kicker for the first time. Will Reichard, 92% completion of 53 long. Listen, I don't love our long like that, but that's just because we scored whenever we got in the area. We were 13th in NFL passing yards, 14th in passing touchdowns, and 23rd in interceptions. This is a major step up. And I want to check in on our little friend here, the guy who took over for us, 3,600 yards, 25 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. I love not being in Cleveland. At the end of the year, the Giants are once again going to go to the Super Bowl. This time they beat the Texans 31-17. Oliver Acosta wins Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP is Zach Fry of the Rams, who beat us week 1. Coach of the year is the Panthers, John Grant. Offensive player of the year is Puka Nacua. Defensive player of the year is Nick Bosa. And overall, it's a great year for us. We have $54 million cap, which the Browns never do anything with, but I have a feeling that we could do something. Okay, we didn't sign anybody, but maybe we just extended some people. Yep, Mark Hughes comes back, Paris Johnson comes back, JP Keys comes back, and so is Glenn Hicks. And that's it for the year. Okay, that's fine. Hey, the question is, can they draft like the Cleveland Browns could? Because them Browns could draft. Let's see what we got here. We got okay draft. A 72 overall receiver is nice. A 70 overall corner is also very good. And a 71 overall receiver, again, is pretty cool. So all I'm seeing here is that they want to support us in our journey. That's all I see, because we drafted 3 receivers and a halfback. Quick look at the roster. We are a 91 overall. Are we going down in overalls now, though? That's a little bit scary. We have a great running back duo. I think Sandridge is really progressing well. Harrison, Bradshaw, and Wilson is going down like crazy. Wow, Wilson is really decreasing. You know, he just had a great season. Harrison's still great, though. So is Bradshaw, except Harrison is also decreasing now. Offensive line still stays supreme here. McBride is still awesome with now a backup. Keys is 87. He goes up to superstar. Our linebackers really are hurting now, which is not good. Our safeties still stay good, and our corners still stay awesome. I am a little bit worried about our linebackers, though, and hopefully this doesn't lead to the downfall of our team. We play the Commanders in week number 1, and let's just test out if we can just get more used to this offense and see if we can make the playoffs again. And we are playing the greatest defensive player of all time, Aiden Hutchinson. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I feel like he's Marvin Harrison Jr. You can't guard him on a corner. Oh my God, is that Aiden Hutchinson? Breaks the tackle, shoots. Oh my God, Michael Wilson gets a hand on it, but way to break the tackle. Got me feeling aggressive, which is why we're going to go for an aggressive play call. Because when the AI tells you to do this, you do it. It's just a rule of thumb. Just throw it up to Marv. He's got that. Oh my God, he peels it in. Sandridge comes in here. Benson is not in on this package. Interestingly enough, are you kidding? That defensive tackle did not just grab my jersey. All right, let's see what we can get here. Yup, here we go. Out of the gun, Marvin Harrison. Out of a blaster rifle even, and he is kind of slow. Marvy boy, will you be open here on this specific route? And you are not oh my God, line is destroyed. I probably could have thrown that to the tight end on the right, but I didn't. That was some lockup coverage from the defense. So we just got to find a gap here in his Sandridge, our full-time running back now. Has he been promoted? Get it out, and Wilson catches the ball even after declining. There we go. I just feel like a better quarterback here, and here's Benson, our boy. Even though we haven't even upgraded the star, I don't know if that's like a thing because I custom made the player. Oh my God, you're lying. What a juke move out of Trey Benson. His first carry of the game gets for a touchdown, and yes, I am fine with the quarterback not getting it. And in the final seconds of the game, we pull it in 13-10. And that is what you like to see. Sadly, that means that we did not get a touchdown with the quarterback. But hey, we'll take the win either way. Cousins, okay, 215 yards, 17 for 28, 60%. That's nice. Rushing wise, 4 for 18. Nice. All right, so this is another setup for a great year, and I plan on having one. After taking off a win like that, I feel like we have to make the playoffs, right? Or I'm just cursed. We go 6-11. Bottom of the division, 13. Dude, we can't do anything. Like, no matter what I do, I can't win. Offense was, honestly, 20th. Is not great. I'm assuming defense was even worse. Yeah, 22nd. Oh my gosh. So we got hurt, I'm assuming. Yeah, we got hurt. Only playing 12 games, which is the reason that our team was so bad. 2,300 yards, 13 touchdowns, 7 picks, 66%. So honestly, we weren't that good anyway. And then in our absence, our other guy wasn't really that good either. Actually, to be fair, he played low-key way better than us. So could this man become a scare for us? I mean, we are locked up until 2034. So rushing-wise, Trey Benson, 911 yards, 8 touchdowns. We came in with a 276 and 5. So honestly, not great from us either. Receiving Michael Wilson at 985 and 9, 981 and 7 for Chester Bradshaw, 824 and 2 for Marv. Mark Hughes lets up 11 sacks, 10 for Eddie Cutler, and everybody else did pretty good. 117 tackles for Calvin Pearson. I don't know if you guys saw, but that is third in the league. 81 tackles, Max Melton. 17 TFLs out of JP Keys, 14 out of Jake Madison. That is honestly really nice. 2 picks out of Tompkins and Melton, which honestly, I don't love our secondary, dude. We're not getting any picks. 7 pass deflections, Pearson. 6 Melton and Haskins. 2 forced fumbles, 1 out of Braylon Trice and 1 out of Chance Toon. Going over to kicks, a block one at JP Keys, our GOAT. He's so unbelievable. No safeties, no touchdowns. A new kicker in here, Alejandro Vargas. 26 for 20 or 18 for 26, 69%, 56 long, 1 block. a really bad year, honestly. Honestly, I think if you're a kicker wearing eye black, it has to be a bad year. We're not even going to compare it to everybody else in the league this year just because we didn't even play a good portion of the season. So let's just go ahead and see how the season ends. The Chargers beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl 28-14. Damian Hill wins Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP is the Rams' Zach Fry. Coach of the Year is the Chargers' Lewis Fox. Offensive Player of the Year is the Falcons' wide receiver Reggie Hall. And then Defensive Player of the Year is Aiden Hutchinson. Once again, he took a year off, but this is the most dominant defensive run we've ever seen. All right, well, we do have 56 million, so it's not that much. And as long as we can just keep most of our core, I think we could be good. And we end up with more money than we started with. Goodbye to Alejandro and goodbye to Lucas Van Ness. Really? Dude, Lucas Van Ness had been really good for us last few years. And goodbye to our OC, so we're going to have to learn under a new OC this year. Overall, a very bad offseason for us. Well, I guess we need a really good draft then to try and bring us back up to our old potential. We probably need a defensive end. Also, some linebackers could be really nice. And what are we going to get here? Okay, a very interesting draft. 73 overall right outside linebacker, 75 overall free safety. So we are still up to a 90 overall, which is really good. This guy, oh wait, Sampson is gone. Wow, so our backup quarterback who gets traded away, I assume, which is really nice. Sandridge is our running back one, so our other guy left, I guess. Wide receivers are still great. Wilson is still a 79, which is fine. Marv is up to a 90. Bradshaw's up to an 87. Offensive line weakens a little bit, but I mean, it's still pretty good. McBride is still nice and tidy. Hey, finally a defense that actually has some rookies starting. So 77 overall free safety will start to be with Haskins, which is a really, really good duo. We have a rookie left outside linebacker and a great middle linebacker who's still progressing. Keys is up to an 89 overall X factor, which is great. Madison goes down a little bit, so our defensive line is definitely a little bit worse, especially without Lucas Van Ness. And then still, our secondary is just disgusting, with Middlebrooks being a 91, Melton an 87, and then a 76 Tompkins. And our first game is going to be against the New York Jets, so let's just hop in and see what we can do against that defense. Finally, we got to sport some blackouts, and I have a feeling this is going to be a scoring drive. Start out super simple, just bench, and I like Bradshaw here. If not, McBride should be open unless, yeah, that guy does go into coverage. Defensive tackle, we were able to throw it out. Let's go. Honestly, just being able to get that ball out just shows how experienced we are in the league. We are 31, maybe 32 by now years old, and that is not a good way to start it out. Well, obviously, you don't like being in this situation to start out your game, and we're going to get this off to Trey. McBride hurdle. Oh, that would have been so cool, though. Dude, McBride got up there. He went vertical on that one, which is obviously what you like to see, and these arm sleeves look so good when it comes to this. And there is the touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., his first of our career, at least playing the first drive, and that is what you like to see, a great route. 3 things are guaranteed in this life: death, taxes, and the Jets being a poverty franchise who can't win a game to save their lives, as Anthony Cousins keeps that performance up, and we beat them by a score of 21-17. Sorry, 28-14. Maybe because they have Big Ben. Anyway, we have oh my god, what a game. 85% completion, 194 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. That's with 22 extra yards on the ground. And if we could keep playing like this, then that MVP might be in reach. And look at that, a 12-5 record. Absolutely incredible. That is going to put us at first in the division, of course, and first in the entire NFC, giving us our first bye of our career. Starting off, we do have to play the 10-7 Eagles, which might be very hard just because it's the Eagles, and of course they're great. But I think we can take them down, even though they do have a better offense and defense. Actually, we have the exact same. And sadly, we go home 35-32, and that is not what you like to see. I mean, Cousins played an incredible game. 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 63% completion, but still. Also another 11 on the ground, a touchdown from Sandridge. I don't know where we went wrong. And Keenan Hawkins had 97 yards and 3 tutties. That's unbelievable. I mean, so close. So next year must be our year, right? We had a top 5 offense in the league, which is incredible to see. And then our defense was top 10. Anthony Cousins, 4,700 yards, 41 touchdowns, 12 picks, 69% completion. I'm looking at MVP right here. I don't know. Let's, in fact, real quick check just to see what we're competing with. Well, we're competing with a superhuman Joe Burrow. Okay. Oh my God. 38-6, 41-9, 32-7. Good lord. Either way, though, a career year for us. Bobby Sandridge came in with 590 yards and 5 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, which is really bad. 3.4 average. That's really horrible. 431 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns with Cousins. That's, of course, what you like to see, but Bobby's worrying me. Michael Wilson, 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns. He was the wide receiver 3 for us for a little while here. Trey McBride, 843 and 7. Where's Marv? He missed another 6 games. He's missing 6 games consistently every year, which just is horrible for us. Oh, great offensive line production. Cameron Shepard, only 8-6. Paris Johnson. Everybody performed like greatly. 99 tackles. Calvin Pearson. 84. Caleb Haskins. 16 TFLs. Jake Madison. 10. Terrence Shelby. That's, of course, great. 18 sacks. Jake Madison. 6.5. Jamie Blackman. 2 picks out of Max Melton. A bunch from other guys. 9 deflections out of Lionel Middlebrooks, which is pretty cool. Forced fumble out of Calvin Pearson, who had a nice little year. No blocks, no safeties, no tutties. Kurt Silver's 73% completion and a 56 long, so that's not horrible. Overall, though, I think that next year could very well be our year. So the Lions get their first Super Bowl, beating the Chargers 24-20. Kevin Tatum wins Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP is the Rams' Zach Fry. Coach of the Year is us, Cardinals' Henry Brock, which is great. Offensive Player of the Year is Amon-Ra St. Brown on the Lions. Defensive Player of the Year is Aiden Hutchinson. Wow. Aiden Hutchinson is genuinely like the best defensive player of all time at this point. All right, well, we have $94 million. Let's try A, not to lose anybody, and B, maybe gain people. Well, we got a bunch of new coordinators, and this isn't us. I don't know what these two are. I think it's kind of glitched because this is the only Cardinal stuff, and outside of that, we didn't sign anybody. We got back Sammy Tompkins and Levi Mahone. Goodbye to Kurt Silvers. Yeah, he didn't have a great year. And Trey McBride is going to retire. That sucks. He was so good for us for so long. And that is it for our offseason. So, I mean, nothing too impressive, but we didn't lose anybody that I know of. Love a good draft here. I would absolutely love a good draft here. Just looking for someone who can try and move our needle in the right direction. And that's honestly not bad. A 73 overall left tackle, a 73 overall defensive end, and a 72 overall receiver. I imagine that not a lot of these guys are going to really have a lot of impact, but they could be great depth pieces. All right, let's take a look at our lineup going into 2033. We are, oh, wow, we are regressing like crazy. 84 overall normal depth. That is not good. We were just up in the 90s a few years ago. Sandridge is still mediocre. Marv decreases to wide receiver 2. We lost Michael Wilson, who just had 1,500 yards. But Marvin Harrison subs back. Bradshaw is an 87 star now. Offensive line still is absolutely disgusting, with only one guy under an 80. And sadly, that Trey McBride is going to, him departing is going to leave a big hole there. Defensively, we still look good. I love our safeties. Our corners are okay. I mean, Max Melton was a great pickup, or a great, what was he again? I don't know, but we got back Mahone, which is good. I love Keys. He's disgusting, and Madison is also gross. So this could be a good year, but also we're ending the end of our career here. I mean, when looking at it, we are 32 years old. We weren't incredible to start off with, especially with our normal depth. We've been in been in the league 9 years, so I mean, it's really this is going to be one of our farewell tours, which is good because I am on my third recording session of trying to do this. I've been going for like 5 hours. We're going to play the Vikings in week 1. Let's just see if we can still perform even with our lower overall. I don't know what these jerseys are. They should never be worn ever again. And I just don't, do they still wear these? All right, so we're looking at maybe one of our last seasons. If we keep going down at that rate, I mean, we're only going to have a couple years left, as that is a crazy block shed. He's going to get out and be able to throw the ball out, which is honestly a show of his legs. All right, we do not want to see a lot of block sheds like that, obviously. I mean, our offensive line has been holding up, but apparently not anymore. Get the ball out, and that is going to be to Bradshaw, the new tight end. All right, I'm going to go for the run here, and if we can get it to 4th and 1, then I think I'm going to run it up the middle again. No, that's first down. Let's go, Sandridge. I don't know if the Vikings defense sucks, but every play that they're suggesting on like every drive is just for us to bomb them, which is crazy because look at that block shed. Once again, try and get it out to Y here. That's a bad ball. Not the play that I wanted, but I'm still going to run it. just because I feel like if we can beat the safety here with the block, yes, but only 3rd and 7. All right, 3rd and 7. We need to find a first down here. I don't care how, and that is crazy DPI, isn't it? That is crazy DPI, isn't it? That is crazy. Oh, Anthony Cousins forces a fumble off the interception. Thaddeus Swine gets it. Holy crap, that is a big... Oh, he got the fumble recovery, but still, come on. Wow, and that turnover really does shape the rest of the game. Listen, at least we got a hit-stick fumble with the quarterback, right? But that first drive interception led to us losing the game by a score of 1 point. We scored 13. They scored 14. And that's not how you want to start off the year. Yeah, I mean, not exactly the game that you want from a guy. 178 yards, a touchdown, a pick, 62 completion percentage. Got a good 15 on the ground, but that's just not a great game to start out the 9th season. Listen, even though this happened, I still think that we can win the division and make it to the playoffs once again. And we finished the year 9-8. Sadly, that win would have, it wouldn't have won us the division, but it would have gotten us a playoff spot. So that is a really depressing way to end that season, but let's just see how we did. We were 17th on offense, which is really not what you want to look for in that situation, but top 10 in defense. Yeah, a regression from Cousins here. 4,100 yards, 34 touchdowns, 10 picks. Sorry, I did not track what we did in comparison to other quarterbacks last year, but at this point, I don't think it really would have mattered. We were probably top 5 in touchdowns and yards. I know we were. 69% completion. It's just overall an underwhelming year, but in no way is it bad. 4,000 yards is still really good. 842 and 5 from Sanders. 8 touchdowns, 375 yards from Cousins on the ground. That's really what you like to see. Keenan Hawkins, 1,400 yards and 19 touchdowns. That is what you like to see. Marv, 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns. Bradshaw with 725 and 3. A little bit worse sack numbers this year. Eddie Cutler had 12, 10 for Jack Whalen. There's no way I'm just this uncultured. Jack Whalen Peterson. I'm just going to run away from that real quick. Calvin Pearson got 103 tackles, 92 Caleb Haskins, 18 TFLs Jake Madison, 13 Jamie Blackman, 10 JP Keys. 2 picks out of Max Melton, 2 out of Lionel Middlebrooks, which is really nice. 14 deflections, Calvin Pearson. That's great. 10, Caleb Haskins. That's also awesome. Fumbles out of Pearson, Haskins, Tompkins, Madison, and Keys. That's way better than last year. No block kicks, a safety out of Madison, and no touchdowns. So we definitely have a few select stars on our defense. New kicker is the brother of our defensive lineman, Clint Keys. 75%, 2 block, 56 long. Overall, just not great. I'm so mad that in our career year, I wasn't able to compare. But what is this? Mahomes on the Chargers? Oh my God, that is terrifying. But we were 4th in yards last year, and I believe we were 7th in touchdowns. We were 14th in passing yards this year, which is pretty good. 11th in passing touchdowns. We're not going to talk about Packers Lamar. And 11th in interceptions. Either way, though, we're kind of getting a little bit worse, but I still think that we can make one last playoff run. And by one last, I mean one playoff run. Vikings beat the Chargers in the Super Bowl. Is this the second Super Bowl the Chargers have lost in a row? Yes, it is. 27-21. JJ McCarthy wins both Super Bowl and NFL MVP. Coach of the Year is Matt LaFleur. Offensive Player of the Year is Puka Nacua. And for the 3rd time in a row, Aiden Hutchinson, Defensive Player of the Year. Let's see if the Cardinals will bring us back and let us go for one last run. Listen, we have $121 million, which means that we can do a lot in this offseason. If we do, we can move that needle and bring us to the Super Bowl. Although getting to the playoffs would probably be a better start. So we didn't get anybody from the practice, or we didn't sign a single man. Oh, God. We brought back Peterson. I'm just going to say Peterson at this point. And we brought back Deion Stevens. And that is it for the entirety of our offseason. Wow. Okay, I mean, we probably still have over 100 million, which is not good. 115 million. Give me a good draft, dude. I mean, after we spent 0 money getting new players, we need to get some new guys. Ooh, we got a 74 overall left outside linebacker, Javante Hatchett, along with 72 overall right end, Silish Short. Then a 70 overall corner, Lance Haywood. How's our offense looking in this year? And more importantly, how are we looking? We are not on the roster. Oh my God. I thought this was a contract year. So where did we end up? Dude, they're starting a 67 overall quarterback. Guys, I don't think we were picked up, and I hope we didn't retire because I want to look at it. I thought we had at least one more year left. Well, we're not a free agent. Do not tell me that we retired without me looking at our stats one last time. Oh, wait, I just missed us. We are an 81 overall on the Las Vegas Raiders now. And I thought that we were going to retire as a Cardinal, but apparently not. We're going to the Raiders as an 81. All right, how does this offense look? I already saw Brock Bowers, which is a great sign. 98 overall. And we are the backup. Are you kidding me? We're competing with this guy, Ulbrich, who is also an 81 with an 80 normally. He's a scrambler, and he's only 3 years younger. I mean, we are number 33. We're running number 3 now, which is honestly really nice. You know, 33. We're 6'3". 229 rounded up to 230. And we're wearing number 3. So that's, oh boy. Well, otherwise, we have a great running back. A nice, really incredible receiving core. As an 81 wide receiver 4, that's great. We have Xavier Worthy on our team and a bunch of young guys. Offensive line is a little bit shady on the right, but overall not bad, especially if Cooper does well. Defensively, we kind of have Byron Murphy carrying, except we do have Ramsey. Actually, never mind. We got Kyle Hamilton, funny enough, but also we have a great safety room, great corner. Well, not great. Good corners, decent linebackers, just heavily carried by Ramsey. This is a very sketchy team. Well, do not let us retire here, as we're going to sim to mid-season to see if we even start. If not, I will just sub us in for a drive. I'm not scared to. Well, we are at 3rd and 3, but tell me that we got better than this guy. No, we are not going to start this year. Well, I am just going to just hop into a drive, and then I will actually delete my stats this time just because we wouldn't realistically start. And sadly, we are playing against the Denver Broncos. Is it minorly cheating? Maybe, but I want to see my boy in a Raiders jersey. This doesn't look right. I don't like my guy in a Raiders jersey, honestly. Doesn't look right. That's honestly a horrible ball, and I deserve the death penalty immediately. Okay, that's my bad. Okay, I'm gonna play the next moment just because we may only have 1 year on the Raiders, so I do want to just do it. But once again, I'm deleting stats. Oh, that's a money route, and he overthrew it. Are you kidding? Come on, Ant. Oh my God. Get that in, Xavier Worthy, getting them reps in. All right, come on, Gordon. Hey, listen, I don't know if this is supposed to be Ollie Gordon, but he's never getting another rush in the history of the NFL. Why'd I have to play probably the best division rivals defense? Oh my God. Wait. Hush! Ush! Chandler! There we go. Ooh, if it's man coverage, Xavier Worthy. You can't cover Xavier Worthy, man coverage. Luckily for them, though, it's not. Get out. No good. I said the Broncos have this great defense, while they're, in fact, under 500. What the hell was that? I literally didn't have a single route that could have possibly been open in the world. No route in the world could have been open with that blitz. Look at this again. We have, like, we literally can't even throw a drag. All right, well, now I have to reset this game. Holy crap, we go from 3 and 3 to being a wild card team. Good Lord. Listen, I don't think that we could be starting here, so let's just advance. I don't know if we've gone this far with the Cardinals. Oh my God. Please tell me that they subbed the other guy out and Aunt Cousins is playing. Yep, that guy went up a bunch of overalls. Oh, wow. No way we make it to the conference championship, right? Oh my God, we're going to get a Super Bowl ring. Please defeat the Browns. There's no reason in watching because it's not our guy playing. Are we in? Oh my God, we're in. Oh my God, we might win the Super Bowl as a backup. What in the Carson Wentz is happening? Except, I mean, Chiefs, Carson Wentz, not Eagles, Carson Wentz. I sure that's not great, but oh my God. We went from 3 and 3 to the Super Bowl. That's insane. I don't even want to watch just because it's not even us. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and just simulate the game, but I want to get the animation after, so we're just gonna see how this game goes, I guess. Yeah, I care about literally nothing here. I just want to see the animations if we win, just because we're not starting. Why is the one time that we actually do good the one time that we're not actually playing? All right, but here it is. So far, scoreless. Hey, we start off with a score. Dallas ties it up, but at the end of the half, it's going to be a tie ball game at 7 apiece. Hey, we score once again. hold Dallas, fourth quarter. Can we do it? 21. We have a Super Bowl ring. Oh my God, how about that? Listen, technically we do own one. Was it us? Wait, could I spot us in the crowd? We're number 3. Come on, we've got to be somewhere on the field, right? Okay, well, we technically do have ourselves a Super Bowl as we're on the roster. So 120 yards and a touchdown out of our guy here. I'm assuming he did some cool rushing. 30 yards and a touchdown. But, I mean, that might be the end of our career, sadly. But if so, it was a very lopsided one. I'll definitely say that. We had a couple good years in Arizona. And sadly, even at an 80 overall, we're still not going to be able to play. Did we get a single snap this year is the question. No, we didn't. And we were barely the backup. So we're still an 81 overall, but we are 33 years old and we're not getting any younger. Let's just go ahead and look at our stats just in case we don't start another year. I mean, so starting off in Cleveland, we were really just not a great quarterback, never eclipsing 4,000 yards, never eclipsing 3,500 yards. Our best season was our second year, but honestly, we were really bad in Cleveland. Never eclipsing 30 touchdowns in Cleveland as well, only eclipsing 28 as our high, and also never under 10 interceptions. So really, we were bad from 2024 to 2029, especially never eclipsing 70% completion, which we actually never did in the entirety of our career. Then we moved over to Arizona, where we went for a way better year. 4,000 yards 3 times in that span, but 3 out of 4 years we did that. With only 1 year we didn't, just because we got hurt really early into the year. I mean, great touchdown numbers. Every season that we didn't get hurt in Arizona, we had more yards, or we had more every year that we were in Arizona that we didn't get hurt, we had 30 touchdowns, which we never eclipsed in our 5-year tenure in Cleveland. 6-year tenure in Cleveland. I have horrible math skills. Also, under 10 interceptions twice, 10 interceptions once, which is just really good. 4,700 yards is our high, and honestly, you can't complain about that. And sadly, in Las Vegas, we weren't able to make a single attempt. Rushing-wise, I mean, honestly, in Cleveland, we had our best rushing stats, getting an average of over 400 yards a year, which is really nice. Not many touchdowns, though. We got a lot of rushing touchdowns. By the way, no fumble, 1 fumble in our entire career, and that was the user. But in Arizona, we had a bunch of rushing touchdowns, 4, 5, 3, 8. And once again, no reps in Las Vegas. Have we ever had a tackle? No. Any stat at all? It's not going to count our forced fumble. Maybe because they recovered it. We are on a very low salary, which is really nice. Nobody seems to want us. And overall, this might be the last year of our guy's career. Hey, but we did get ourselves our ring, which is honestly all that I wanted. So I'm kind of glad that we got that. I think it's worth the sacrifice here. All right, we're just going to sim to next season because I don't care what happens here as long as our guy isn't on a roster. So we are not a Las Vegas Raider anymore. And are we even a quarterback? A new Cousins has stepped into town, Josh Cousins, but we are not on a roster. Anthony Cousins, a 75 overall free agent. 34 years old. I don't know if we're going to get picked up. All right, let's sim to next season and see if we are on a roster, which honestly, we're just be getting worse and worse. By the way, I want to say I'm committed to this video because I've gone through an entire sickness in this recording state. So we're not on a roster. Let's see if we're even in the league anymore. And we're not in the league, which means that we have officially retired from the NFL. And of course, Aiden Hutchinson once again has retired in the same year as us. Yep, here it is. And quarterback Anthony Cousins retires after 12 years. And I really wish that it would let us just click on him one more time just to see those stats. But hold up, before I get to the outro, since this is one of my high quality videos, just kind of like in the rotation, I decided to actually try and tally up to see how we would do all time with our stats. So here's the report. For passing yards, we finished out with 35,061 all time. That's going to leave us at 34th ever. That puts us between Jay Cutler and Jared Goff. For passing touchdowns, we had 259 in our career, which was 23rd all time, which puts us between Dave Craig and Derek Carr, so 2 current guys. And for interceptions, we had 116, which puts us 98th all time, right below Tony Romo, and tied with Aaron Rodgers. So something really interesting here is that we have one guy not in league, and then one guy in the league for both of these, or for all three of these. But anyway, sorry this video is so long, but I'm gonna let you get back to it. Anyway, that is gonna do it for the video, everybody. I really hope that you enjoyed. It's probably been about 5 hours of filming for this. It's gonna take about like 3 to 7 for editing. So I just hope you enjoyed, and please let me do another one of these soon. This is too fun.